Bills have been doing a lot of things to help themselves in the playoff chase lately. They've also been getting a lot of help.
Buffalo Bills have 14 ways to make the playoffs today against the Patriots. The Bills don't only have a shot at just making the playoffs, we actually have a shot at winning the AFC East.
Look what happens in the last week. It's the Bills paying a visit to the Dolphins. The Bills already beat the Dolphins once this year. If the Bills could then do it again, they would tie in the standings, they'd have the tiebreaker, and the Bills would win the AFC East and get the playoff berth.
We could see again on Buffalo Bills website, they specifically say if the Bills are able to win the AFC East, they will most likely be the number 2 seed in the AFC by virtue of head-to-head tiebreakers over the Chiefs. We have a shot at becoming the 2nd overall seed in the AFC, and here on the Buffalo Bills website, they broke down the percent chances of each of these scenarios happening. As of right now, the Buffalo Bills have a 91% chance at making the playoffs. We have a 25% chance at winning the AFC East, which would solidify ourselves pretty much as the 2nd overall seed. The chance of getting the 6th seed in the NFL is at 51. And after falling to 6-6, everyone really writing off the Buffalo Bills, calling for Sean McDermott's head to be fired, saying that Stephon Diggs wants out of town and that the window is closed on Josh Allen. Well, buckle up your seatbelts.
Warning everybody in the American Football Conference. Do not let the Buffalo Bills into the tournament. Do not let them into the playoffs. And unfortunately for the rest of the AFC, they're the 6th seed as I'm currently talking to this camera in my hotel room in Denver.
And the chance of becoming the 7th seed is only 19%. Most likely scenario says the simplest way to put it, if the Patriots beat the Bills and any 2 of the Steelers, Bengals, or Jaguars lose, the Buffalo Bills will clinch the playoff. Therefore, we are rooting for the Las Vegas Raiders over the Indianapolis Colts at 1 o'clock. We are also rooting for the Carolina Panthers over the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1 o'clock. We are rooting for the Tennessee Titans over the Houston Texans. And a little bit later in the day, we are rooting for the Seattle Seahawks over the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs over the Cincinnati Bengals. Winning the AFC East is not really contingent on any other teams losing. We need the Baltimore Ravens to take care of the Miami Dolphins this week, and then we need to take care of ourselves in Week 18 against the Miami Dolphins in Tua, and that would solidify ourselves as the 2nd seed in the AFC. The Bills obviously need to beat the Patriots today, and then we need to beat the Miami Dolphins in Week 18 and hope for the Miami Dolphins to lose against the Ravens this week. And the Miami Dolphins are at Baltimore. They are in a away stadium this week going against a 12-3 football team. That is going to be a tough battle for them today. And then the Carolina Panthers are at the Jags. The Titans are at the Texans. The Raiders are at the Colts. The Steelers have to travel West Coast all the way to Seattle. And then the Bengals are away at the Chiefs. You can see the most likely way the Buffalo Bills will make the playoffs today in Week 17 is a win against the New England Patriots. But we also need 2 teams to lose, one of which is the Pittsburgh Steelers, who plays at 4 o'clock, as well as the Cincinnati Bengals, who play a little bit later in the day. Now, if both these things happen, we need additional teams to lose. With the Buffalo Bills win today, a Pittsburgh Steelers loss, either the Cincinnati loss or the Jacksonville Jaguars losing would solidify the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs for 2023. We can also see here that with a Buffalo Bills win, a Pittsburgh Steelers loss, a Houston loss, plus an Indianapolis loss or tie would also get the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. With the Bills win and the Cincinnati Bengals losing, we could see that the Jacksonville Jaguars have to lose and the Bills would get into the playoffs. So with the Bills win, the Jags losing, and the Cincinnati Bengals losing, the Bills would solidify themselves in the playoffs. Or the Bills could win, Bengals could lose, Houston would have to lose or tie, but we would also have to depend on the Colts also losing. And then 6 through 14 are really dependent on the Buffalo Bills tying the game today versus the Patriots, which a tie is very unlikely, but it just goes to show you the other situations here as to how the Bills can make the playoffs. 14 different ways. I think Bills Mafia is definitely going to be celebrating by the end of today, celebrating a playoff berth, potential roadmap to winning the AFC East for 3-4 years in a row. The Buffalo Bills have been completely dominant after falling 6-6 at the beginning of this season, absolutely shredding things with Joe Brady as their offensive coordinator. I think the Baltimore Ravens are definitely going to be taking care of the Miami Dolphins at home. Miami Dolphins really has only beaten a team above 500 once, dating back to early 2022. The stars have officially aligned here for Bills Mafia to take care of business, and we all know the probability here that the Buffalo Bills will be making the playoffs. We actually will probably be hosting a home playoff game.
The home game that goes with that.
And that is so crucial with Bills Mafia screaming, having that home field advantage. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if we don't have any home field advantage during the playoffs, with the Buffalo Bills establishing a prolific rushing attack with this offensive line, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, some new additions, even Spencer Brown being healthy this year, James Cook progressing from being a rookie running back last year, as well as Latavius Murray and Ty Johnson, Leonard Fournette getting some reps last week. Dawson Knox is back to be an extension of that offensive line and blocking. Dalton Kincaid, a young rookie at the beginning of this year, but really had to step up and be fed the ball early because of Knox's injury. We are seriously starting to progress here, and I think the Buffalo Bills roadmap to the playoffs will be solidified by today. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want the Buffalo Bills to win today, smash that like button. Consider subscribing for future content. I will be live all during the game, so I hope you all do consider to come and join me. Pop in the chat. Let's have a little bit of a chat, a little bit of a party there. The Buffalo Bills are going to be celebrating here. We're going to be keeping track of all the games unfolding during the live feed. Man, this is going to be a great day. The Buffalo Bills could very well have the door open to winning the AFC East. Also, check the links in the description for the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch. We have long sleeve hoodies. We got black, blue, red, all sorts of different styles too. We actually have a Zoombaz doormat. We have a Zoombaz fleece blanket that's super comfortable, highest quality material. Also, the links in the description for course careers. I know a lot of people, they don't like going to work every single day. They like having remote jobs. They actually have a free course on all sorts of different things, trying to get you a certificate online so you don't have to pay these hefty college fees. You could literally pass this course online. They're tied directly to companies that will hire you fully remote. Appreciate you guys all so much. Again, I hope you consider joining me today during the game. I will be live, but go Bills.